everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be transforming ourselves into a pink Valentine's Day themed zombie. So starting off this look, I'm going in with the lightest pink shade from the Mayron Paradise AQ palette, and I'm just painting my face and chest and neck. Then I'm going in with Makeup Revolution's Mad Love palette with that red shade, and I'm just kind of contouring my nose, my cheekbones, everything that would naturally be contoured. Then using that dark pink shade from the Mayron palette, I'm going in and then I'm just kind of outlining everything that I wanted to. I'm basically outlining all the features that was going to appear within the look. So here you can see I'm outlining the rips, the tears, the heart socket, the gaped open mouth effect. Then using that same color, I'm just kind of filling in all of those rips and tears. I did end up switching to using the darker red shade within the Mayron palette because the pink was just a little too light for me. I feel like adding the red definitely helped add a lot of contrast to the look and didn't make it look as washed out. So again, I'm just kind of adding little rips and tears everywhere you see. And this is pretty much all personal based. You can add whatever you want, wherever you want. Now taking a makeup sponge, I ripped some holes in it, dipped it in some white cream paint, and then I'm just dabbing it all across my face and chest to create this cool, like, textured zombie skin look. Then again, I'm just kind of going back in with that red eyeshadow and adding some more contour throughout the look. So now I'm using James Charles's Morphe palette, and I'm using that black shade, and I'm just kind of darkening up all that contour that we previously just did. When I do a makeup look, it's all about building upon color. So it's adding a lighter color and then a darker shade on top of that, and then an even darker shade on top of that. So as you can see here, again, this is when you start to see all the dimension pop out. I am using that black shade, I am packing it along the edges of all the rips and tears, and then I am pulling that color in using a fluffy brush into the center of all the shapes. This is going to give the illusion that there's a hole there, but you're just painting on your face. There's literally, as you know, there's no hole there actually. But you want to give that illusion that it's there. So again, I'm just adding lots of dimension, adding as much shading as possible, adding that black shade along all the edges, and then dragging it inward. And my eye looked like it needed to be a little bit more deepened, so I just added a little bit more contour using that black shade. Now this is where it gets pretty fun. I used Wolf's white face paint and a little paintbrush, and I'm just kind of making tiny little teardrops in the form of teeth. Normally I pull up a reference picture, but for this I was going for a very cartoony effect, so I wasn't too worried about having it look anatomically correct. So as you can see here, I'm just adding little teeth here and there, and look, they're in the cute shape of a heart, because that's what we're going for Valentine's Day. That effect was eventually lost because I added too much detail, but that's fine. At least it looked cute for this clip. And then we're going back in with that Mad Love red shade, and I'm just kind of adding it into all of the little spots that the rip would lift up and create like a slight bit of shadow. And again, we're not going for realism here, so I was just kind of adding a very like theatrical shading and highlighting to this look. Then going in with some red body paint from Mayron, I'm just adding some little fake blood drips from the forehead. And just kind of anywhere that I saw was kind of empty or sparse, it needed something, I just added a little bit of blood, which is actually just body paint. And again, had to add some on the teeth because no zombie has perfectly white teeth. Then I'm going in with Mayron's black paint, and I'm going in with a fine paintbrush and outlining all of the teeth, outlining pretty much everything you see here on the screen. If it's a rip, if it looks like it's a hole, I am going to outline it. Every place that I packed in that black shadow, I'm going to go over top of that with this black body paint and add more dimension. Not only that, but the paintbrush and with the paint, you're able to add more like sharp effects. So every place that I had created a line with that shadow, if I go back over it with the paint, it's going to look more sharp and detailed. I think you can really see that here when I start. Yeah, it looks a lot more sharp, it looks a lot more clean, and it definitely looks more like a rip than it did before. Then I'm going in with that same black shadow, and I'm just kind of contouring again everywhere that I needed to, deepening up those cheekbones, the temples, making everything look a little bit more hollow. And I wasn't pleased with how the eyeshadow was looking, so I took some black paint and started really deepening that contour. Then I'm going in with that shadow and just kind of adding it around my eye because it was looking a little too weird. Now taking my favorite thing, my stipple sponge and some white paint, I'm going to be adding a little bit of texture to all the insides of the rips and tears. Because if your skin would kind of be sparkling in a way, it's just kind of making that wet appearance when your skin's not actually wet. Then I am taking that same white body paint and adding some highlights along all the blood drips. Now going back in with that black eyeshadow, I saw some spots that kind of needed a bit more attention, such as the nose, and I just wanted to make it look a little bit more 3D. And of course you can't have a Valentine's Day zombie without some killer winged eyeliner, which is why I'm adding that here. And then of course I forgot to fill in my eyebrow, so here I am just kind of creating some little fake hair strokes using the black eyeshadow. Going in with the Mad Love and palette and their like rose gold glitter, I thought it was so stunning. So I added it into the inner corner of my eyes. Then I'm taking Wolf's white body paint and I'm just kind of adding highlights along all the shadows, because when there's a shadow, there's ultimately going to be a highlight that's somewhere near. So I'm just kind of carefully going over all the edges with a fine artist brush. And then that's pretty much it. Afterwards, I just put on my fake lashes, did my hair a little, inserted my white lenses, and filmed all my TikTok videos, which if you want, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at FXFreak. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you like the video, give it a nice like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!